Today I'm doing a winter ride with my youngest son Juno. He's only 8, so I'm not going to be breaking any speed records or climbing any high mountains or doing any ridiculous endurance rides today.
Mm-hmm.
Right now?
Yes, I got you right now. Let's go.
But I get to do something that I normally don't get to do by myself, and that is enjoy a ride with my son. And as I do that, I want to share some thoughts on something I've come to realize about cycling that's really important. I mean, the bike is important, strong legs are important, but I've also come to realize that breathing is important.
When I read, you read, okay?
Well, that's not exactly what I meant. Of course, breathing is one of the most fundamental things in life, right? Everyone breathes from the moment they are born. No one has to teach you, or do they? As we get older, sometimes I think we forget how important it is to breathe properly. I mean, for example, a couple of years ago, my wife told me that I have sleep apnea, that I stop breathing while I'm sleeping. I guess she still loves me because she didn't want me to die, so she suggested I go get a CPAP machine, one of those breathing apparatuses.
Be careful here, there's ice, hold on.
But I've also come to realize that breathing is really important when it comes to sports and recreation as well.
Oh, be careful, stop. Let's not ride on ice, okay?
Last year, my wife tried to get me to do some Pilates with her. And on the first day, it was all about learning how to breathe properly.
Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't break. Pick up the bike and let's walk.
But when I couldn't do proper Pilates breathing,
Right behind you.
I got kind of frustrated. But then when I got into cycling, I realized that a big part of cycling is also about proper breathing. I mean, just last August when I first started getting on a bike for real, I didn't know how to breathe right, so I was winded after doing just 10K. But as I got more serious about it, I started to learn how to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, along with each cadence that I took. And as I got better at that, I felt I was getting stronger in my rides too. And before I knew it, I was doing like 30 to 50K no problem. And sometimes I didn't even need to take a break until like at least an hour and a half into my ride. I used to hate doing climbs. I mean, it was so tough on me, not only on my legs, but also on my breathing. But now I've kind of come to enjoy it. I mean, I can't say I love it, but it's become okay now. And I think it's because my breathing has helped me to be stronger in the climbs. But also when I reach the summit and my heart is pumping so fast, it feels like it might just burst, and I'm huffing and puffing as if my lungs will explode. I kind of like that feeling now. I mean, it makes me feel alive and accomplished. And it's like that when I'm doing sprints too. With every faster pedal on the crank, my breathing needs to just keep up, and it becomes absolutely invigorating. But did you know that proper breathing is not just good for the body, but it's good for the mind as well? It's been scientifically proven that when you take deep breaths through your nostrils and exhale through your mouth, that something happens in your brain to calm you down. And that's why whenever you feel anxious, one of the best things that you can do is just to stop everything and just take a few deep breaths. And I think that's just another reason why I like to ride my bike. It's just the act of breathing while I'm on my bicycle, it calms me down and it helps me to relieve my stress. Yes, indeed, breathing is very good for the body and the mind. And it's also good for the soul, too.
No, keep going.
I love to ride my bike and I wish I could do it all day, but I do have a day job. And so by vocation, I'm actually a Christian pastor. And one of the things I've come to learn is that every time we breathe, whether we realize it or not, we're actually calling on the name of God. The personal name of God that he gave to Moses at the burning bush is, I am who I am. And so most of the time, without putting much thought into it, we just call him Yahweh or Jehovah.
So let's park our bikes here.
What's this thing?
I don't know. We'll check it out later.
Oh, look, this thing.
Okay, that's not good when it comes out. You want to get something to drink? Or you want
What's
some
this
ramen?
banana juice?
Okay, banana drink is good. Banana milk. I'll get one too. You want ramen? Let's get a hot ramen. Juno. Let's get a spicy. What do you want? It's cold. Let's get something warm. How do you do this?
This?
Oh, this is a different kind of noodle.
No! Okay.
Go.
Now, actually, nobody really knows how you're supposed to say Yahweh in ancient Hebrew. But many experts and scholars believe that it actually sounds a lot like how we breathe. So their claim is the proper way to say God's personal name is just by breathing. So if this is correct, this means that every single person, from the moment they are born and they come out of their mother's womb, the very first words that they say is the personal name of God. And also, the very last words that they say on this earth is also the name of God. And with every breath that they take in between, it is all the name of God. Now, the reason I mention all of this is, just this past week, it's been a tough week because around me, I heard the news of 3 people who I either have a relationship with or someone close to me. They had passed away. One of them passed away after a very long and fulfilling life, but a couple of them, they went way too early than they should have. I mean, last week, to be honest with you, was a pretty sucky week. But it got me to reflect that every breath we take, it matters. And I hope it matters to you. And I hope you know that you matter to others as well. And if you don't know anyone else who seems to care, then I want you to also know this, that you matter to Jesus, because Jesus loves you.
Hold your heart in. Whoa.
But even if you're not Christian and even if you're not religious at all, I still want you to know, you matter. You really do. We all do. So on a day like today, although I wouldn't mind breathing really hard as I'm trying to break my 30K record on the Han River Bike Trail, or I'm trying to climb one of the local mountains in my neighborhood, I'm still gonna make sure I don't waste my breath. Because I get to ride with my son. And sometimes, actually every time. That's so much better because I don't know when that day will come when I can't. So friends, every day when we wake up and we get to breathe, I hope you can remember that every day it's a gift. Every day matters. Every breath matters. So take a deep breath, get on your bike, and ride. Because today you matter. So until next time, enjoy the day, be safe, and enjoy the ride.